morning.
And ready you were.
I was like, come on, good morning, everybody. I know it's nighttime for some people, but it's morning for me all the time because this is my first time seeing you guys' face. So it's good morning. So welcome. And y'all can introduce yourself.
I'm Mario.
I'm Ronii.
Stovall coming through this thing. Hello, everyone.
Hey, y'all. I'm Hayward.
Hey, good afternoon now since I got the good morning out the way. Because the people going to be like, she always say good morning, but I really, truly do. That's my way of letting people know I'm in the building. It's always good morning. And people like, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I know, but it's good morning for me because I ain't seen you all day. So when I wake up, it's good morning. When I see you for the first time, it's good morning. It could be nighttime, and it's always my good morning. So we're going to get into this clip.
Oh, so give me your opinion on something real quick, right? So today, I'm at the barbershop, and I get a text message. And the text message says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm at the barbershop. And they said, okay, well, how much is your haircut? I told them how much my haircut was, Then all of a sudden they say, it's on me. And they Apple paid me. Right? And, I thought about it, and it was my decision. I just sent the money back, and I said, listen, I don't require anything outside of the time spent. Period. I don't need you to... I appreciate the gesture, but I don't need you to help me pay for my haircut. I don't, right? I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, and I was not trying to be rude. And so, some people was telling me in the barbershop that, no, you should not have sent it back. That's unappreciative. You should not have done that. Again, it wasn't my intention to be unappreciative. I just don't require people to pay for me to get things. And I don't require gifts from people to be in my good graces and to demonstrate to me that you are someone to be trusted and you're a real one amongst a world full of snakes and fake people, right? So I do appreciate the gesture, and I'm thankful for it, So even though I sent it back, doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. It just simply means that that's not, what I would want you here for. And that's I'm just not comfortable doing that, like taking money from somebody for something like that. I'm not doing it, so. Just tell me what you think about it. Do you think that was disrespectful? Do you think it was rude? Do you think it was wrong of me to do that? How do you feel? Happy Friday.
No, don't pick Ronnie. Don't pick Ronnie or Mario.
I'm not. I was gonna pick that Kim up there in the middle.
As we start off this next episode of the Off Topic Podcast, let's go.
No producer moist.
Right.
First of all, can I start with, I was going to say he's a nice looking man for me, but I was going to say, when I see men like that, it's always a trick bag. And it's just, the conversation, the topic, I guess I couldn't even get into what happened as far as him receiving the money, because I can only focus on what he did as far as sending it back. Because the next question I had was, well, what do you feel about just randomly cash apping women? But I know that that's not the topic. This one is a hard one because I guess
be offended.
I probably would. I probably would. Yeah, I would be offended because
would be offended
if he sent it back. Yes, I would.
Sent it back. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would be offended if he sent it back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Ronnie, you had your hand up.
Okay. We're gonna point out a couple things. So what my cousin said was when she saw him, she's like, he's a nice looking man. That's exactly what That's what I'm thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the music in the background, little shirt unbuttoned here.
Mm-hmm.
Trick baggers.
You want to be seen, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even get into the whole him sitting it back thing and what he said, I'm gonna go a little further. She texts you.
Mm-hmm.
That shit wasn't up on the poster board in the barbershop. So her texting you and your conversation via text and her sending you money. Why are you telling me what the guys in the barbershop said? Why the fuck did they have anything to do with that? This is her messaging you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, maybe you've taken her on some dates and stuff, and it's not necessarily her paying you back or trying to pay you off to spend time with you. Maybe it was just a nice gesture.
A nice gesture. That's right.
On me.
Because baby, listen, for the women, it's far few in between, especially around the Indiana.
Make that big of a deal about it, and then her doing. Okay, let me put myself in it. If that was me, and I did this as a gesture, you know what, it's on me. I got it. You didn't probably send me some money for lunch. You never know.
That's right.
Nice. So in this, you sent it back. Okay, we could probably talk about that later. But after you send it back, and I'm already like, well, I wonder what maybe we got to have this conversation, like I just said later. Then I go to your TikTok and you all hear
talk a mess.
Yeah, like it wasn't even that deep. And hey, bro, who you think you are? And I gotta pay you off for you to spend time with me. Like, no, that's probably not even what it was. Just his whole Gerald Levert demeanor. You know.
Right. It was the slowly playing.
Yeah. And then we say, yeah.
Right.
What y'all
think? Mm-hmm. Hayward, what you think?
Clearly, it's for viewership.
Okay.
But also, I feel like maybe he just has an issue taking money from women. I don't know. Maybe he has a little toxic masculinity issue going on. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, her doing a nice gesture doesn't.
But did he ever say a girl send him money?
Well, you're right. I think he did. I think he said, didn't he say women, like ladies tell me or something? Maybe I made that up. I don't know.
I think he was asking the question.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. And maybe, just whatever, who sent it to him or whatever the case may be. But a person doing that does not, no one is trying to say that you can't pay for yourself. It's
right.
So for him to go that route.
Far.
Yeah, I just didn't believe it.
And the
Mario, you had that finger up.
You did.
What'd you say?
So if someone sent you Cash App for your haircut, would you send it back?
Well, let's start where we need to begin. Listen, that young man
was fine.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
What does that have to do with whatever?
My God, today. Anyway, and when we're gonna move past that piece of it, if someone to send me a cash, I have a hard time accepting gifts. So for me, I would probably be feeling a little way, not a way like just uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would, in his case, like he did, send it back as well. But
you would send it back,
but not to be offensive, but to be like
offensive.
Like, oh, thank you, but no thank
you. Yes, but no thank you.
I guess in my mind, I've already prepared myself that I'm going to pay, X, Y, Z for this haircut. So thank you for that. But maybe, in my mind, maybe when we go out, you maybe get a drink or something like that, or whatever like that. But my day-to-day type of stuff, I don't need. Let me say, that doesn't sound right. I don't need you, but I've already figured out, this is what I'm going to do.
But again, you literally just said the same thing that I said in reference to. It's not about the fact that you can't do it. Like, right. I don't think anyone was under the impression that he could not pay for himself. It was clearly like.
Well, I don't know, Hayward. Now, listen, let me tell you this. Now, let's backtrack one more second, because the young man was, he was a looker. And so, I think somebody also said he was doing this for the social media attentions, this, that, and the third. And we know niggas to men. We know men to be who they gonna be on the planet. And if that's the case, he might not have could have. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. I look at it twofold. If you look from a serious perspective of it, yeah, okay, send me the money. I might send it back to you because I don't need you to pay for my haircut. But if I look deeper into this whole little video, I'm like, sir, you know what I'm saying? You're a nice looking man. You in there talking about you gonna send it back. So now you got girls, watching your video.
That's right.
Cats dripping wet. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, he don't need my money, girl. He don't need my money, girl. He say he's different. He don't need my money. You know what I'm saying?
Your time is almost up.
Oh, thank you. But what I'm trying to say is that is the ploy for some.
I'm not saying it was not a ploy.
So in my mind, this whole thing is the whole setup was a ploy to be like, I'm different. I don't need you to say the third. And then when you take that, when y'all go on your date and y'all be like sitting there and he gonna be like, and the bill come, that's the type of dude that's gonna be there sitting like talking about
ain't you gonna pay half?
No, he ain't. No, he's not even gonna sit there. He's not gonna even say nothing. The bill gonna come and they're gonna put it politely in the middle of the table, and he gonna sit there. And what they do is carry on conversation as if they didn't see the bill being sit there. Sir, I seen this bill. Listen, when I got $27.47 for my portion of my meal.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who hurt you, friend?
Listen,
Right.
That's another story for another time. Because
Because you're very, very passionate about this. Like,
I just have one follow up. Would you guys have the same outlook if you pulled up to the local Starbucks and your meal was already paid for? Your coffee was already paid for.
No.
Would you say, "Oh no, I can do my own. Give it to the next person"?
But that's actually happened to me. One day I went to the Starbucks and then I went to the window to pay for my stuff and the lady was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. So and so before you already paid for it." I'm like, "Oh, nice." This and the third. Different scenario.
Why is it different?
No, why is that different?
Yeah, that's not different.
Yeah. What's
Are you
different?
saying because you romantic with that person and that person behind you didn't know, or in front of you didn't know?
No, because I know Nans, and at the end of the day, my thing is that young person that was in the car before me, there was a nice kind gesture. This was on here for the ground. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, so. I'm willing to bet you if you go back, I bet you he's probably got all kind of likes and everything like that. And if we had access,
he absolutely does. That's without question. I mean,
if we had access to his DMs, I don't think girls throwing at him, baby, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm gonna cut your hair.
I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it for that reason. I don't think he did it for that reason.
I think he honestly wanted to know.
I think he did it for views, but I don't think he did it to then.
I seen his handle. We need to get on there, and I want to put on there like, "Hey, if this happened in Starbucks, would you return the meal?"
Right.
Listen,
but I guess
I'm glad y'all are so free-hearted and so kind-hearted and thinking like that. But listen, I know, and they be, you know what I'm saying.
The underplay for the overplay. I've taught him well.
But also, I guess you look at it like this too. I don't know. It's just we're grown. He looked grown. He looked growner than me. Okay.
He looked grown.
Right. So my thing is, I don't just being our age. If it is because if she sent you that's not somebody you just met yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Right. So before you make that assumption, let's call and talk about it. Hey, this is how I feel. I hope you don't have to send me anything to be around me, or I don't need that. I could pay for my own haircut. And so then you might hear her side like, I know you can pay for your own haircut. It wasn't even about that. That was just a nice gesture. Like instead of doing something nice for you. That's right. To me, we know what, like Hayward said, like y'all said, we know why he went to TikTok with it, but it wasn't even that deep. And I'm going to take it a little further because if she cash apped you, even just for a haircut, sis is probably feeling you. So how you think she feel when she see that TikTok? You know what I mean?
And that you sent it back.
Go take that money and buy her some wine and show up her doorstep and say, "Babe, don't send me no money. Let me talk." Right. I guarantee you he's not going to do that.
Are y'all crazy? The fact that he sent it back, it's got her Duncan Hines moist. Yes.
I want y'all to know that she's in on it too. Like all of that, the social media, like she's a part of that as well. So at the end of the day, like this is all just for for views. So
right.
none of this is real. Like,
So best
that's
friend,
a conversation.
best friend, what you trying to say? This was a small sacrifice for the greater for the greater ask.
Yes. So exactly my point. I'm gonna tell you this: people will smile in your face all the time. Just take your place and backstabbers. Listen,
right.
My piggyback to that is this. So, just I guess the other caveat to it would be, what if y'all were dating somebody and they randomly sent you $50 for lunch?
Thank you.
You would say,
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that enough?
I tell that nigga you coming up short because what I did last night, bitch, is more than I'm just playing. I'm kidding.
And this is why we can't get you to be a promo. This is exactly why. This is exactly why we can't share this on your page.
You missed a zero. You missed a
To
zero.
your mother.
Hi, mama. When you watch it next week, I'm playing.
But no, seriously, if somebody sent you $50 and said, "Hey,
thank you," because how much is lunch?
That's a lot for lunch, and
it really is.
Yeah, I'm some
$50 is lunch for lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even when one sent the guy just met her, sent her $30, she was like, "That's not enough." How much is lunch? If you go to the Wendy's, McDonald's, what kind of lunch are you having? If you in the cubicle, you only got a half an hour. How much money do you need for lunch?
Not too much saying in the cubicle. Come on,
Mario. I'm going to address your point since you haven't driven it all the way home. You're talking to someone, just me. I can only speak for me. You're talking to someone. My no is no. And I'm one of them people. I want to be on the lottery. I want to show my face. I'm gonna keep my telephone number because my no is no. So you sending me $50 for the underplay I'm not gonna entertain your overplay when it comes. So no.
Why are you automatically thinking that it's an underplay?
Right.
Or
now, I ain't gonna lie. On that note with him, I stay on that.
Not him aside, but you're talking about
somebody that you entertain.
I don't know. I just stay on the defense like that anyway. So
that's why.
I'm just curious.
Go back to the question that you asked Mario.
Sir.
Who hurt you, Kim?
Shit, my mama.
Right.
Hayward, unfortunately for me, yes, I've lived a little bit, and it ain't.
These niggas
all lived. We are all over a certain age. So.
If you don't know what that is, ask your mama. Man, but I'm just trying to say
these nans.
Right.
It's okay.
Best friend, I got you.
But I get what you're saying. I get from a different perspective. I get what you're saying. That intentions can be good, all this kind of stuff, instead of third. And he's sending out a message saying, hey, I don't need you to do all that for me. I'm good. I just enjoy your company, all that kind of stuff, instead of third. I get it. Because all joking aside, I joke I kid, but I would be in that same boat. Like, I'm saying, no, don't do that. But I guess my mindset would be different because no. You're not gonna send me this today and expect something else tomorrow. No,
that's how you look at it.
I guess I'm always looking at the end game.
You're looking at the negative side of
yes.
It's unfortunate. Life has brought me to this point where I just question the intentions of people. Like, well, why are you really doing that?
Based on past events.
Yep. Yeah, I know it's not right. It's not. I'll be the first one to tell you it's not right. And I probably should change my thought process and broaden my horizons and all those type of things. But I'm like looking at people like, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
What are you really doing this for? Because in my life, I've experienced so many people that have done things.
Yeah.
They've not had pure intentions.
Yeah, under the guise of, I'm just doing this to be nice, and then next thing you know, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? You want me to
co-sign for a car?
But no,
$50.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna put the apartment in your name, sir. In my name.
But you know what? To your point, Mario, and to yours, Kim. So when I used to take Devin to this barber for free, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna do anything for y'all," and I was like, "Let me send you a little money." I cash apped him the first time, and he was like, "You don't have to." I was like, "No, you know, you're a business owner. I want to make sure you're good." 3 haircuts later, he was like, he rubbed that penis in my back, and I was like,
I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
What's your grand?
I'm right behind you.
Oh no, we was at the vending machine because Devin loved a good little snack. He said, Grandma, the barber not giving a snack. He's not a good barber. I said, okay. So he kept on telling him, he said, are you gonna give me a snack? So we at the snack machine, Devin in front of me, so he ain't seeing what's going on behind me. I was like, sir, I'm sending you some more money because we're not doing this. Like for a free haircut, I'm not about to give you nothing. And I said, and my neighbor was like, Mom, keep on giving it. I said, no, you give it to him. This your child. It's the grandma.
So wait a minute, let me get this story right. So he was giving so he was cutting Devin's hair for free and giving him a snack. And then Devin realized that the snacks were no longer coming. Kim, I blame you. I blame you. I blame you, Kim. Absolutely your fault.
Case closed.
It's grandma's fault that you ain't getting them snacks. And that haircut ain't as crispy no more. That lie.
I called her, hey, he was like, I'm busy. I'm like, oh, well, now you gotta find another barber. Mom, I'm like, no, you're not about to prostitute me out, baby. I don't want to do it. No.
Let me say this. I ain't gonna say I don't want to do it. I'm gonna say I have to pick the scenarios, the situation.
That's right.
Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think it's a nice gesture. I just don't know.
End goal.
Yeah, I always question people's intentions. Not always, but as of late, I question people's intentions. So
you said it right. Always.
Right.
Well, that is true. That is true. I stay on guard, honey, because I don't know what this world has got for me. So
for real.
I stay with my flashlight. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just think it's situational. In this situation, when I look at the guy, very nice easy on the eyes for sure. But then it's just historically, I've just seen those guys. It always comes with a twist, and that's why I kind of stay away from them. But let's switch it up just a little bit and just, would you cash app a guy randomly? Him?
I would. I would. I mean, I've been in a bar and bought a dude a drink.
Oh,
I'm like, hey, bartender, could you go send him a drink? I've always, because I always feel like if I see something I like, I'm gonna go after it.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, he fine. Okay, send him a drink. Let me see how he gonna react. If he take it and then come sit next to me and then buy me a drink, we might be doing something later.
Oh,
later that night.
That she said what she said.
Best friend. Ronnie, what about you? Would you cash up a guy?
Yeah, like we've been kicking it and you didn't since yeah. I mean, I don't even have a problem with but when I say we kicking it like that, I mean like you probably done some stuff for me too. So if it's like we out, you know what? I got dinner tonight. You took me out 5-6 times. It's on me. Like I don't. Now I'm not just great. Got no drink. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like in the club.
I'm gonna send the dude a drink.
Hey, if he come, he come. If he don't, he don't. Because
Mario, can we introduce the question here and say, if you just met a guy and he asks you, did you cook? And you say no, and he says, I cook, and I say, well, you cook and I buy. Is that wrong?
Yes. That's absolutely incorrect. Because if you meet a guy and he said he cooked, sir, you're going to have me over to your house and you're going to buy the food, prepare the meal, and we will eat. You don't need my money to do that. In my mind, you don't need my money to do that. Now, I say that as the 46-year-old me now. The dumb 30-year-old me was like, oh yeah, I'll give you some money on your meal, but no, if this is what we're doing and you trying to show interest in me, no, sir, you're gonna have me over here. You're gonna cook the meal, you're gonna buy the groceries, and then we're gonna break bread. Now the next time around, I might go ahead and treat, but no, the initial meeting, because here's the thing, I think when you I got a lot to say about this. Yes,
I just want those subscribers to know that this week I ran into this situation and I asked help from the coach, and this was the advice given.
Hayward, yes, I've been hurt in my life. Let me tell you. So this is coming from past experience. My thing is that now I'm not gonna offer up nothing. I'm not gonna offer up anything. If you want to hang out and kick it and whatever, things like that, I need to show. And I'm not materialistic or anything by no means. But if we're here,
clear my throat.
But if we're here and we want to hang and you want to hang out and you're showing interest in me, then you need to do those things because I already know what I'm going to do to show interest in you. You see what I'm saying?
Does he know? But does the opposite?
Yeah.
Hayward, what would you do? You just meet a person. We had the awkward conversation. He was like, "So are you gonna feed me?" And I was like, "Oh, let's have this hard conversation now. I don't cook."
I'm gonna feed you. Shit.
And so I said, "I don't cook." And I said, "Do you cook?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can do a little something in the kitchen." And I said, "Oh, perfect. So maybe you can cook and I'll buy." And Mario said, "Absolutely, you was." Why did you say that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she say that?
Go ahead,
Hayward.
Because if it's a woman,
hold on. Let's get Hayward's point of view.
Hayward.
Funny enough, I don't. So twofold. I don't think I would offer it up initially. Like you cook, I buy. I don't think I would. I will say my partner now. Funny enough. That's kind of like how that was like our first date kind of. So like we were back and forth and in the DMs and I think it was like, "Oh, what are you up to tonight? What are you cooking?" or something like that. Or no. We were talking about like what we were eating and then he said like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to cook X, Y, or I'm having such and such." And I said, "Oh, so you're saying I can come over for dinner?" Like I did one of those things, but I didn't offer to like pay for anything. I mean, because he was already cooking dinner, so I mean, I think that's a little different. But even if he wasn't, I don't think I would just be like, "Oh yeah, here's some money for some groceries." So, like I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think so.
Yeah, now you say that, Hayward, me and Mr. Producer, he didn't offer that for me. Shit.
that's why you so hurt, baby. You out here.
I didn't need that. But no, I didn't need that. But all joking aside, though, I still say though that and I try to tell my father this in his dating life right now is that sometimes how you would and I tell you this too, Mama Kim, sometimes is what you lead off with in dating is not the way it was in the 70s. You got so many people nowadays that are looking for the next. I used to work with this lady, and she used to say, "People always looking for the bigger dick or the better deal." You know Michelle Stovall, and that was her favorite line. And I was like, "Why would you say that?" But it makes sense because people always look for the next best thing, this, that, and third. So when you lead off with, "Oh, you know what I'm saying? You cook, I buy," then you set the precedence for the next time. He's gonna automatically assume you're gonna buy the groceries, and you know what I'm saying? It becomes an unwritten rule. So no, I don't want to set nobody up for failure. No, I'm not coming out my pocketbook for nothing, but I'm coming up to your house to eat. You know that.
Come on, pocketbook.
Listen, come on, Jennifer Hudson. Don't make me reach into my pocketbook. But no, you know what I'm saying. But and it's unfortunate that you have to be that way nowadays in the dating world. However, it's that way. Because where are the people that are with pure intentions and that are really out, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there
canceling them by labeling everyone as
That's
an opportunist.
Right. Or we ain't gonna find
out. Like, how do you know for sure? You never know 100%.
You never know.
Of the time. So, like, when are you actually like?
When do you know?
You're
if
absolutely.
it's your first interaction and your first instinct, "Oh, you about to use me," you're never gonna get to know that person as a genuine person because the only thing you keep thinking of, "Oh, he just about to use me. He gonna use me. He gonna use me," and that might not necessarily be true.
Listen, they use
me up.
Come on,
cousin. What would you do? Would you have offered?
I said, baby. That's why I'm sorry. Go ahead. When you use me, I can't get enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
What y'all said makes sense. However, though, we think about the reality of it in our own experiences. you'd be foolish to go into these situations nowadays with I hate to say with a clean heart and think you have to have a certain sense of guard up to be like, you know what? Okay.
Okay, so and I feel like yes, everyone, you have to have your eyes open. That's not to, but you can still do that without being like just super like, hey, like you probably crazy, but I'm gonna give you a chance because you're probably crazy, as opposed to like, oh, I'll give you a chance, but I'm still watching for obvious signs.
The red flag.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your beautiful love story. What you cooking? Oh, okay. You already cooking anyway. I'm gonna come on over. I appreciate that. That was years ago, and we talking about 2024 when
I know.
People be out here talking when they try to. It's nowadays, unfortunately, it's a get you before you get me mentality.
Well, I will say.
I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to put you up, okay?
What would you have done, Brownie?
If you had asked me before, I probably would have absolutely been like Mario. Now, do I still think that people are out to? Yes, but I think that those conversations are had because I think it's a little cute, like you buy and I cook, or hey, let's cook together. And I say that because one of my WBs, that was kind of like our first date. Like, well, let's cook together type thing. And I was like, okay, white boy.
Yeah, thank you for helping me because I was like, okay.
And I keep some bad ones. You hear me? So yeah, it was like, and I'm like, okay. So and it was really cute. And it was like we really cooked together. Now that I'm thinking back in my head, because this may have been maybe like 2-3 years ago. I got to give y'all some background because y'all listen. Let me say something. We cook, and it was raining. I did kind of get a little wet running in the house, and I was actually running in because he did tell me to hold on. He was coming out with an umbrella, but I'm like, just running in, whatever. So that was whatever. So I got a little wet. So anyway, he had some clothes, me just put a little shirt on. We cooked. It was cute, it was cute. He ran me a bath. He ran me a bath.
Ooh.
And wait a minute, then it gets better because how y'all said that man set it up and them girls was coming in this. Let me say something. He wasn't no Negro, so I can't call him a Negro because he's of the European. But so anyway, gave me a bath. When I say he didn't just run me a bath, he gave me a bath, y'all.
Oh, he bathed you.
He bathed me.
Oh my.
And my clothes was in the dryer, drying. Okay. After I got done drying me out, put a shirt and stuff on. Y'all always sat on the couch and what's name. At that point, I'm hot. Baby, I'm like a motherfucking hot pocket. What's happening right now? But I didn't let them know I was hot pockety, and nothing. That evening, it was, okay, let's, I'm about to clean the kitchen. Do you want to keep on? Oh, come in and help me clean the kitchen. We said I'll watch some more. Well, what's the name? I was like, okay, I need to go. And Kyle got away home, and just he's still around. But that was I'm kind of like, I want to turn around because what I had to just went for? Like what happened? So we kind of talked about that. He was like, no, not yet, and that just made me. Yeah, so I think it's cute. It's cute, and you don't know until, but still, I guess you can go in there to say. We are not, if that was to happen, okay, now look, if we do this now, this is a little cute, but I ain't buying groceries all the time. So
that's all I'm saying, Ronnie, is that however you lead in, sometimes that's what becomes the expectation.
But no, you have to have
appropriate if you're a good man, Savannah, if you're a good man, that's not necessarily how he's gonna take it and run with it. If he a good dude, okay, he gonna come with the groceries sometimes, and you gonna come with the groceries sometimes.
Listen.
And it's okay for you to have that conversation. It's okay for you to say, "Oh, don't come in expecting me to buy groceries." I think that's okay too.
That's right.
I just want to say real quick, Mario, before you go, because I feel like this is am I too loud? Sorry.
No, you go.
No, I just want to say real quick
attacked.
before you
He does.
I did feel attacked. I'm sorry. No, it's not a bad thing. This is for Mama Kim. Mama Kim said he's a good man, Savannah. If we're going to be honest, he in fact was not a good man.
I'm trying to tell you. I appreciate y'all giving the benefit of
the representative was in full force.
Right. He in fact was not a good man.
But later on, but how do you get to know somebody moving forward?
Don't. Listen, nigga, if you don't invite me over there and you cooking these groceries and you prepare me a meal, we ain't got shit to talk about.
Baby Mario was so mad at me. He said, "Nigga, no." I said, "Well, I didn't know. I pay people all the time to cook for me."
I'm trying to tell y'all.
This is my normal. I don't know.
This was my norm. So if he felt special, it was an epic fail on his part.
Right.
That's what people do. That's what people fail to forget. That's what people fail to understand when they deal with me. Some stuff you feel like you getting over, and on the opposite side, it's my norm. So really, who wins when the perspective is different?
And that's very true. But I'm just trying to put Aretha Franklin. Let me put you up on game.
Please do.
It's not. It's a different world nowadays, and sometimes you have to. When they say dating is a game, it legit is. It's a game. And for you young ladies here, that are out here, free hearted and free spirited and stuff like that. I'm trying to tell you, mark my words. You need to be a little more cautious because it's not what it used to be. It ain't the 70s. It's the what is this? 2024.
You keep going to the 70s, like you as if you were dating in the 70s. I mean,
right.
Well, I only say that because my daddy was dating in the 70s, and so when I think about dating nowadays, I think of that, and that's in my mind that you're not dating in the 70s. It's the 2024, so you need to be a little more sharp on what's going on in the world because you think it's still free love and free spirit and stuff like that. No.
I don't think people are out here thinking it's free love and free sex, whatever. Well, maybe free sex. I don't know, but for
my daddy is.
Well, never mind. But I don't think that's the case. I think people are aware, like when they date, but I think some people just have higher guards than others. I think, and I think that's just the way it's always. I don't. No, I think that is true.
I respect your opinion.
I'm just saying because I feel like you're super vigilant. Excuse me. I feel like
I am because listen. I just and maybe I
have a man.
Maybe no. That take nothing. I mean, I'm not taking anything from that. But what I am saying though, maybe I am coming from.
If you were single, I think it might be different.
No, it wouldn't be.
It would be worse.
Where I am, my life. What'd you say, Hayward?
I said it would be worse.
I'm trying to say because listen, I'm talking about all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm because at the end of the day, what I witness about people and men and women and these relationships, it is definitely a get you before you get me mentality for a lot. Not all, but for a lot. And unfortunately, for those who are just kind-hearted and really want good people in their life, they get lost in the shuffle because you got so many villains out here that's dating for the purpose of what I can get from you. Think about it. You got niggas, men. Niggas is just a common word for my vocabulary, but men out here that are taking advantage of women and getting all that they can from them for the sake of just because they think they can. You know what I'm saying? You may have to. Okay, I'm gonna let me reel me back in. Reel me back in because I'm about to go on a tangent.
Also, the women that's taking advantage.
I was gonna say it's some women that they want you to. As soon as they meet you, because they, all this crap on social media and stuff now, thinking everybody's balling. I want this and I want this.
It's just that NAM mentality with the people in the world today, not necessarily a gender. And it's driven by social media. It's driven by, what can I do? How can I get over first? How can I get there faster? What's going to be for me? It's this me mentality that is just circulating in today's world.
It's unfortunate. So my heart and my everything goes out to those who are in the dating world because
I'm not in the dating world, but
you need to be. and I'm coaching you through that. You know, we're step by step, but you have to have your wits about you nowadays, because you can't just go and think that everybody's intentions are pure. And that's unfortunate, because there are some, nice, pure-hearted, good Christian men and women out there in the world that are, that, have so much to offer and stuff like that. But unfortunately, you got to kind of look at everybody sideways like, what? You know what I'm saying? And until they prove differently. That's all I'm trying to say.
When they Christians do, can they still grab you by the throat? Never mind, just come on.
Not just grab you by your throat.
Those be the ones. Those be the main ones. Those are the main ones. Grab you by the throat.
Subscribers, if you guys have any eligible bachelors that you would like for the women of Off Topic to go through a live speed dating session with, please drop their handles below.
Oh, Lord. Well, we're going right into the next topic. To speak to me. When you think about your love language, and we talked about this a few episodes ago, but this is going to be our topic. When we think about our love language, how do you want your love language to be recognized?
Can we also give what our love languages are if we know them?
Yes, you can.
Can I start?
You can.
So my love language is physical touch and quality time.
It got to be both.
Is that your receiving, or is that
usually both of them come up one-on-one? So sometimes when I take it, it's vice versa, but they're usually only like 1 point away from each other. What I
what you want to get, or that's what you're giving?
What I want to receive.
Okay.
Yeah, what I want to receive. So, physical touch and quality time is what I want to receive. But I often notice that acts of service and quality time is usually what I give to people. Is what I give with people. I really am a firm believer about knowing this and actually doing this when you're interacting with somebody, dating, whatever it is. I really do think that you should take this test and do the love language test, not only on a romantic level, but on just friendships and with your children as well. Me and Abrianne did this. We just communicate better. We just interact better. But I also want to say that people really need to understand that you need to love someone the way they need to be loved. So I had an ex-boyfriend once. Everybody knows that I loved juice. Like I loved Welch's juice. That was my favorite juice. And my ex-boyfriend, he drank. So he would go by the liquor store, pick him up whatever his drink was, and he would grab me a juice, a Mr. Pure. And he would come home and he would want a Mr. Pure, which those are my second runner-up. But he will want me to be like elated about this juice, and I was thankful, but I'm not over the top because it wasn't my great Welch's or my, you know what I'm saying, passion fruit Welch's. It's like, well, I mean, thank you, and he couldn't understand why I wasn't at the same level of excitement or giving him the same level of excitement for the Welch's that he was giving me for the Mr. Pure. And I had to tell him, you got to love me the way I need to be loved. And you did a nice act of service, but it wasn't you didn't love me the way that I needed to be loved. And I learned that lesson. I wanted Welch's. When I wanted Welch's. And sometimes I want to step further. I don't want the Welch's in I don't want the $1.99. I want the big $5.98 because I want the real Concord grapes. But I'm just saying. But anyway. Shout out to Sweets wherever you are in life. What's up?
Oh my God.
I'm sure you're following my handle, but I'm just saying. So anyway, yes, I receive. My receive would be quality time and physical touch. My give is usually acts of service and quality time. So,
I'm sorry, please. Okay, so now I know how we all are about certain shit. I get it. But you just gonna say that man ain't loving you like he didn't love you because he didn't get Welch's, cousin?
Baby, because in my eyes, I looked at it as you were doing something in the in the motion of convenience.
He
You
didn't give it
just
his all, is what you're saying.
yeah, I mean, you got me juice. I got it because it was convenience. But did you go to Walmart or did you go to the Kroger and pick me up the juice and say, my baby want this? Because that's what I would do. I'm going to come out of my pattern too. But that's me. I'm done.
Okay, Hayward.
I get what you're saying. It's just the example of the juices used that gets me off.
It was funny. For me, my giving, or yes, my love language for giving is quality time. And then receiving is quality time and words of affirmation. Yeah.
But how does that show up for you?
I enjoy like just being with people that I care about and just spending whatever that looks like. If we're just hanging out together, watching TV or whatever. If we do something meaningful, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything like specifically like extravagant, but just as long as the two of us are in a space and we can catch up and talk or whatever, that's always so that's how that shows up in my life. And then as far as receiving, like that's just those are things that I like even though like it sounds weird because when I say words of affirmation, I always think like people probably think like, oh, you have low self-esteem or like you need to be affirmed, you know. But I mean, I guess it's just a matter of like just hearing it and knowing like things are appreciated, you know, is just is important to me.
I'm gonna say I
More like a reassurance.
Some people, reassurance.
Yes, reassurance.
I don't think that I hate that some people would feel like that, like somebody's insecure if they need that.
Yeah.
Or because you want to give that encouragement to a partner, like period. Have a good day. I know you're gonna have a good day. You can do this. You know like that. That feels good. That's not being insecure. That's just like you want to hear it. Or hell, even with kids, a thank you sometimes, or you have to say thank you. Just let your room already be clean and let me not have to ask you to do it. Little stuff. So yeah.
Well, okay, Ronnie, it's your turn because you was already in there.
Quality time and touch me, tease me, me. Physical touch.
Don't let go.
Hear me? Hot pocket. Sorry.
Pocket.
So those are my two that I like to receive. Quality time is big. But that I give, that's also quality time, acts of service, affirmation, and physical touch. And I gave all of those. Let me tell you why. For some reason, it seems like the guys I have dated, and that was even including the ex-husband, their backgrounds and upbringings, the security I had with my family and my mom, they didn't have that, so they couldn't relate. Like they didn't, you hear the man, you and your family, y'all just get together for game night and dinners and stuff. And, like they didn't have that, or they had family that put them down, or parents that weren't around and things. So, kind of just want to, let people know that they are worthy. Now, in turn, I found out that they, in fact, were not worthy. But I'm kidding. But, so that's give that back. Yeah.
Can I just really quickly, just off behind that, and just maybe a separate thought, not necessarily to be answered right now. Does that play a part into your dating? Like now that, like dating a man that does have a family history of them getting together and doing those things, is that like a deal breaker for you now?
That is something that I would look for when I'm actually really ready to. Full transparency here. I'm scared as heck to really date. Like, I just don't want to give the couple times I have
Mario any ammunition.
Yeah, the size. What do you say? I'm sorry to hear. What you say?
Listen, I'm sorry.
That big Mario will make you single, honey. Don't.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. I don't know. I'm nervous too. I would like to, but I don't know. But anyway, back to your question. When it's time, when I feel it's time, that is absolutely something that I'm going to look for it. I need that to be there. And even if it's not a parent, if it's a grandparent or something, I need to know that you got some kind of, that family connection is there. That I need that to be there because that's what we have. That's what I'm used to,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, Mario, your love language.
My love language. I think I've covered this before. My love language used to be my primary love language used to be words of affirmation. However, most recently it's more so acts of service. And I think I've discussed this whole thing, beforehand. I need to be reassured a lot about who I was, what I was doing, things like that. Now I don't care about that because it's because of, unfortunately, yes, who hurt me, friend. But this is life. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say a word.
The reality of it is that it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. And that is the thing, because one of the things that I have learned in my life is that it is so easy to sprout off something, say anything. People will say anything, and not just in a romantic arena, but just in general. People will say anything, and especially if they know that is what would get you, they'll say anything that they think will make you feel good. No. The buck stops here, sir and ma'am. I need you to put some action behind these words, because I want to actually see what it is you allegedly are feeling. You know what I'm saying? Not don't just tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been a victim of, not a victim, more so of a personal victim of just allowing that to happen for so long. It's like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Say some good things. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, then, this, that, and third. But there's no action behind it. Nah, I want the action behind it. And you can keep those words, because I can tell my own self all those good things you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the action behind it to show me that you really mean what you're saying. Because you will find that when it comes to the action part of it,
yeah,
you'll find that people are less likely to show those actions like that, or they'll show them when it's too late.
Oh yeah,
that's a whole other subject for a whole other time. But but
it can also be tricky, just because even though, like, a person can be showing or displaying actions of doing something,
yes,
right? But at the same time, people still have different interpretations of what that means to them. So even though, like, I could be doing things or feeling like I'm portraying actions, or actually, doing actions, that I consider to be like this, I love you, I'm doing this because I love you, but the other person may not receive it that way, or they may not interpret it that way. Not to say that that doesn't mean that you love them, but that doesn't equal, like, that's not showing me, like, wholly that's what's actually happening. You know what I mean? Like, some people can expect certain things, or this is how they view them, and when they're receiving that, and that to them, okay, I can see that person is really down for me, or whatever the case may be. Whereas someone may take the same action or gesture differently.
I feel that. I respect that. Yeah, no, I completely receive that. It just show me the money, like on Eric Wire. And not literally the money, but show me, show it to me.
So my love language, I felt like all of them was me back in the day, a while ago, when I had a husband, and I felt like, oh, give me a gift and tell me I'm beautiful and do all of these things. Now it's quality time, both ways. Give it to me and me receiving it. I don't know. I'm in my mind when I like somebody say, "Oh, you're beautiful." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Probably because I know it, but it took me a long time to understand it. So now it's just give me your time. If that's a talk on the phone, if that's in person, if that's texting me, quality time is my love language now, because time is precious. So giving my time, that's what I do now. Because you can give money and you can buy gifts, and what does that really mean? if you do all them things. So me showing up, that's my whole love language. So going on to our next topic. Because we've been talking about this. What does dating mean to you? Kim.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
Oh, you on mute, boo?
Unmuted. That's how unready she was.
Right.
The viewers will come to know that I absolutely have zero knowledge in this field, and I got a child. I have no knowledge. I've only had 3 boyfriends all my life. Failed, epic fail.
But that doesn't mean that you don't have an opinion on what dating.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Thank you, Hayward. See this affirmation, this words of affirmation. Thank you, Hayward.
Thank you.
I am coming to learn as I have been doing my research to get back out into the field. I am coming to learn that a lot of people have the incorrect definition or mindset about dating. So one example that I would like to give that I've been kind of surveying my environment and my village for them to give me an answer as I research trying to get back out here. Dating, just using that word, the correct definition. Kim, if I call you and I meet a guy and I'm telling you about this guy for 2 weeks straight, and I'm telling you, you know, we're talking every day, we're texting back and forth and everything. We've gone out a couple of times. At the end of that 2 or 3 weeks, say that there's a comedy show coming up. Everybody knows I love going to the comedy show. And we go in and you and I go to the comedy show and the guy that I've been telling you about is there with another woman.
Ooh.
What would be, I want everybody to go around and tell me what would be your very first reaction to me. Now, you know what he looks like because I've shared pictures with you guys because you guys all know that I'm trying to get back out here on the field. When we walk in and he's there with another girl, what would your reaction be to me?
I would ask, is there something that we need to know? Like, or is it like, are you aware? Like,
is
are
that his
y'all?
sister? Is that his cousin?
Yeah, like who do you?
I
know
wouldn't
who the
assume
person is?
automatically
Like,
that's a chick on the side.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ronnie, what about you, cuz?
I mean, if y'all haven't sat down, it's dating. You might be dating somebody else. He might be dating somebody else. Just because you guys are hanging out doesn't necessarily mean you're dating. I didn't find it out like that way, but I'm just saying I'm starting to see
That.
But dating, you're dating a couple of different people. Unless you guys have had that conversation and sat down, we're only going to date each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Then
And
that's
it's
different
the more y'all
conversation.
see your face, and I agree with what you're saying, because if we're hanging out like that, to me, we are dating. But
And
Best friend?
also
This is-
dating and being somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend are two totally
Different
different
things.
things. Dating is
Yeah.
us getting to know each other. We're not together yet until we have that conversation. So
That's right.
that's the me going in. I would have just me because I'm gonna ask up front. Okay, so this we're hanging out. Are we hanging out with each other? Or are we kind of seeing, we figuring it out, seeing other people to see which is okay.
Yeah, you have to say.
I'm with that, but I just need to know so
Yeah.
that even though I'm coming to tell you all the feels and we've been hanging out for 3 weeks, I'm seeing this guy over here too, and he's seeing somebody else. We're dating. It's nothing serious. We have a good time together. That's just me. That's how it be.
Yeah.
Best friend all week. You've been coaching me 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. We go to the comedy show, and this guy you've been coaching me on, he's there with a chick. What is your reaction to me?
I do agree with like Ronnie was saying and Hayward and Mama Kim. If it was no definite
Yeah. The expectations weren't established.
expectation where we are, you know what I'm saying, then you really can't be mad. But that's not to say me being shady as I am, I'm gonna be like, no, we not talking to him no more. This at least not tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you that type of energy. But in reality, the next day I probably well, did y'all really talk about it? Did y'all really,
That's right.
Right.
are y'all dating exclusively? Are y'all just dating this and the third? Because my initial question if we at the comedy show and we see him with another girl, my initial first thing coming to my mind is, well, why are you here with me and why he ain't invite you?
So that would be, subscribers and you guys, my answer to why I'm still trying to figure this out. Because best friend, what we talked about just this week, you was like, date multiple people. So why is it good for me but not good for that person? Ronnie, you was the only really one that didn't give that response. Hayward, even you was like, I would be like, but why? Because the true definition of dating wouldn't warrant you guys' responses.
But my response actually was, is there something that we need to know in reference to like what your situation is? That would be my thought. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, clearly y'all are dating because he's out here and whatever. That's what I meant.
You have to get a definition from you. That's what. Yeah. Like that's what I was saying too. What is the definition of you and him? Like, are y'all kicking it or are y'all fucking and you gonna see him later on? Like, what's really going on? Because after 3 weeks, are you necessarily his girl?
Well, now if y'all just fucking and he had the thing with another girl, then this is over and done with.
Why?
My whole point to you guys, why I have not been dating, because when you're dealing with other people and they don't, just look at my group right here in my village right here. But just imagine going out to other people that literally don't even have these type of educated conversations.
But that's what I was gonna say. So in that dating, like, or if you go out on a date, like, are you having that conversation? If you, I'd say after a couple of dates, if it's consistent, then you would probably have that conversation or have had that conversation in some capacity.
It's in my notes to ask this time around because I haven't been asking because I haven't been dating. So yes, to answer your question, I mean, I'm being serious. It's in my notes to say, first question, what is dating to you?
That's right.
Because a lot of people don't know. I don't want to go down these bad roads again. I mean, I might end here again for something else, but at least I want to try to set up the foundation a little different this time, because I can guarantee you the first 3 times I did not do this. So
that's fair.
Well, I ask now. I try to kind of not a whole lot, but it's like I'm asking. So what do you want to do? What are we doing? How are you seeing this? So I need to know if you've seen other people. I want to sit down and have this conversation. So again, guys, today is a mess. The dating is just not how I remember. So as soon as I hear let's not label it. Let's just
walk away.
You want to play, but then too, if you just want to play, I guess what bothers me.
That's right.
But say it.
That's right.
My feelings ain't gonna be. Tell me what it is so that I know you just. Okay.
And that's the part that frustrates me. People won't even tell you what it is. They're cowards. People are cowards nowadays.
Saying that.
Would you be able to handle that truth?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You should hear some of the truths I done told people when they ask. I love it. Are you
that part right there? What she said.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm at a point right now where I really don't want to date. I just don't. You know what I mean? Nah, we cool, but it ain't nothing shaking. Somebody want me to. I met this other girl and she's like me. You should take her out, baby. You know what she like? I want me to. I got some good recommendations for you. Yeah, absolutely.
And Mama Kim, I'm gonna go one further. The way that I met you, we too much can't change from that because it's how I met you, and then down the line we like, you know what, we're not gonna jump on another set of rails. We're gonna stay right here because that's not for us. It's hard for people to transition into something else. So
them facts.